Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin' Bass TV for another episode of Foodie Fishing Fridays. Today, we're going to be exploring the city of Wheat Ridge, which is actually where I grew up as a kid. I'll show you a couple of my favorite bodies of water to fish here, as well as my all-time favorite deli sandwich shop. It's been around since 1986. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below. Let's go. All right, guys, today we're running around my old stomping grounds in Wheat Ridge, starting off at the Greenbelt where I spent a ton of time as a kid. Probably should have spent more of that time in school, but that's a whole nother story. If you followed the channel long enough, you've seen our videos right here at Bass Lake or West Lake. The four bodies of water are separated by the Clear Creek River that runs from where I now live in Golden straight through here, all within about a square mile of each other, but all distinctly different types of fisheries with different species of fish. Starting things off at the smaller of the four lakes, aptly named Bass Lake because of its healthy population of largemouth, but also a favorite spot of mine in Wheat Ridge when it comes to chasing panfish. If you like to catch bluegill or sunfish, you can do so here pretty much year round with relative ease. Great spot to bring the kids, put them on their first fish, or teach a novice angler some new techniques. Today we're just starting off with a light setup, throwing our half-inch artificial wax worm, and first fish of the day was this little bluegill here. Now, you can catch these guys, like I said, all day long, and even if you choose to keep a handful of them, this is a type of place where you're not gonna have a huge impact on the fishery if you choose to do so. And this is just an average size guy, but we've caught some absolute massive ones like this guy here in the past. After that, we started getting into some sunfish, which is probably my other favorite species besides bass to catch, just because of the awesome range of colors that you see in these fish and the fact that they are so small but put up such a tremendous fight when you catch them. And only fitting that we caught this one on that Ghostbusters Ecto Slime Waxy we made a couple of weeks back just for fun. Definitely another throwback to my childhood. After that, just a few feet away from Bass Lake is West Lake, another favorite spot of mine in Wheat Ridge to fish. We've filmed a ton of content here, completely different fishery with more of a green stain to the water, but the addition of some bigger predator fish. We've seen some giant carp in here over 3 feet long. There's also additional panfish, which means more forage for the bass to feed up and get bigger. We've got yellow perch in here, which we catch a ton of during the ice fishing season. And right here, we just threw weightless plastic along that drop-off line, that edge point where those fall transitioning bass are starting to push bait fish for the fall and sit right out of where that sun is penetrating the lake. So got this guy on that wacky rig Senko. As you can see, every bit of 4 pounds, super long, big old bucket mouth on this guy here. And this is why West Lake is one of my favorite waters in Wheat Ridge. And then right behind West Lake, across the bridge and right over the Clear Creek River, you'll find the other two lakes, first of which being Tabor Lake, one of the rare spots you can catch fish like saugeye without going an hour out of town. And if you follow this down the trail, it will take you to Prospect Lake. For lunch, I drove up to my old neighborhood off 44th and Wadsworth, where I lived right behind Salsa's, Black and Red, and Buyback Games, to visit my favorite deli and sub shop, hands down, Hickory Baked Hams. And the owner, John, has been in operation in this same Wheat Ridge location since 1986. My brother came here when he was in school. I came here a lot as a kid when I was ditching school, and honestly, they've just got the best selection of local meats, sandwiches, and homemade jerky. My first job when I was about 8 or 9 years old was a couple blocks from here, cleaning off the whole putt-putt golf course, and I would make about $5 to do so, and I'd spend it all here on jerky. And then the whole reason we came here, the hot capicola, the best one in the world. If you think you know a place that makes a better one, let me know. I'll give you 10 reasons why you're wrong. And then of course had to break into some of that delicious homemade jerky because it's a great snack to have when you're out on the lake. So next time you guys are in Wheat Ridge, stop by and see John and the girls at Hickory Baked Hams. After lunch, we headed over to Crown Hill Park, which is actually right across the street from where I went to high school. 229-acre open space with over 10 miles of combined trails for hiking and biking. Large body of water full of multiple species of fish. Plenty of bass in here, but admittedly not the most easily accessible lake in town for bass fishing. But this is one of those rare places, just like Tabor Lake, where you can chase species like saugeye and not have to travel too far north or south out of town to a larger reservoir. So we found ourselves a nice little shady spot here to get out of the heat of the day. Even though you can see those clouds starting to accumulate over on the golden side of town, we're still over here in Wheat Ridge where it is super hot. So it was nice to find a little break from the heat, get over here and throw that spin bait around along these weed lines, see if we could find some bass or maybe some saugeye. And with Crown Hill being one of the last large open spaces remaining dedicated to preservation and conservation, it's a great spot to get out, do a little fishing, biking, hiking, or just enjoy some unobstructed views of the Rocky Mountains. On the way home, I made one more quick pit stop at a little local channel that I fish from time to time, trying to take advantage of some of those last remaining summer bass that are still hanging up tight to the shoreline, hanging around those laid down trees and other areas where they can find cover, because as you guys know, that fall transition is just days away, meaning all those summer bass are going to be vacating those holds pretty soon, making them a little bit tougher to find. But don't worry, because our next video after this is going to be our summer to fall transition video. So all in all, pretty good day. Got out, caught a couple decent sized bass, some bluegill, sunfish, and got to visit one of my favorite delis and sub shops in Wheat Ridge. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell, because that will keep you up to date with our new video releases and our giveaways. And if you guys have suggestions on cities and restaurants we should visit in future episodes of Foodie Fishing Friday, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Till next time, guys, I'm D with Kickin' Bass TV.
Subscribe.